You know, I can't tell if I like this limited time mode or if I don't like this limited time mode. I really have no idea because, it's one of those modes where when you're doing really well and you're going through each weapon super quickly and you're done with one after the other, after the other, after the other, and you're almost down to the knife, you realize this is a pretty fun limited time mode. And then you get to those weapons where you're kind of frustrated and it's hard for you to use and you're not very good with them unless you're just good with all of the weapons. And then this is the greatest limited time mode that you've seen because obviously you get to use all the weapons at your disposal, and most people probably aren't as used to them as they are others because everybody has their favorite one and they use the one that's their favorite most of the time. Or, it's just, I don't know, it's something about the pacing. Sometimes you go through and it's super fast paced. You just seem to be in a really big lead, and then all of a sudden your other teams just sneak up right behind you super quickly. Or maybe it's just the fact that sometimes you end up doing so bad you get super frustrated because you're literally in last place, always behind, and everyone else is way ahead of you, and now all they gotta do is hit you with a knife and the game is over and you still haven't even got past the flat line yet. I don't know what it is about this limited time mode, but I'm still on the fence about it, okay? I like it and I don't like it. I don't know. It just depends on the day with me, I guess. It's sort of like when I play the actual game. It depends on the day. If I'm doing good that day, it's gonna be a good day of Apex. If I'm not doing good that day, well, I guess it'll have to be something else that I'll be playing for the day or just not worrying about because I'm not really worried about this game right now. I'm ready to quit playing because it's frustrating me. But yeah, I decided to play some more on the limited time mode on the new map, the new Haunted Estates map, which I'm guessing is going to be limited time with the limited time mode. I'm not sure if they'll actually keep it around or not. I mean, it could stay in the rotation because they have all of these areas on the maps now that they can pick out and use as gun run mode little maps that you can play on. This being one of them. Of course, being in the dark and Haunted Estates because we are on Olympus After Dark right now for the Halloween event, which is going to be ending, I think, pretty soon, but we still have a little bit more time with it. So they might keep it around, or they might just turn the lights on, and if they bring it back, it'll come back on Olympus just regularly, not in the dark. Although I'm a pretty big fan of the dark maps. I do like them a lot. They, for some reason, look way better to me. I don't know why, it's just they look better. And, I enjoy it, but the mode itself, like I said, give or take, we'll see how it does, like, when it comes back again. But right now it's kind of like back and forth for me because there'll be times when I play and I'm having so much fun because I'm just pretty much soloing and, like, going through these weapons super quickly and managing to get all these kills and do very well. And I impress myself because I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even do this well in the actual game. So I'm super happy that I'm actually able to do good in a mode like this. And it's kind of like a solo mode because technically your team and you don't have to work together, I guess. But as long as you're getting those kills and you're moving up the ladder, you're helping out your team. But I think we'll have to see when it comes back around again. I know it will be going away and it is only limited time, so it won't be here for long. But when it comes back again, we'll see how it is because there are times whenever I'm playing through this and it is very frustrating. Because especially on this map here, I find that a lot of times when you respawn back in, it's actually a little bit annoying because everybody kind of, if you couldn't tell, everybody kind of respawns around the same area in the different parts of the apartments. As you can see here, like, see, I'm on this edge over here. Well, I could respawn on the other edge, to the left there, or a little bit more to the right. I'll be in one of 3 places on this side, because that's where my team started. The opposite team will be on the opposite side, and they will basically have a direct line to you. So everyone will spawn in and immediately look to their left or look straight ahead and just go for it. And you get kind of frustrated because they'll just sit there and pretty much kill you as you keep spawning back in the whole time, and it is a bit frustrating. So at that point it's kind of like, I don't know, is it really like that fun, or is it just becoming a little bit frustrating? And sometimes it does become frustrating like that. And then also you have those times as well where you get the weapons like these, you know, like the charge rifle or the longbow and stuff, and you're not a fan of them and you don't like them, especially if it's the repeater as well. Like, you don't like using them, and you never usually use them, so you're not used to it, and they expect you to just do all these close range fights with a long range weapon, which I don't want to do because I'm not good at it. So I'm basically stuck with having to sit back here and try to get what I'm needing to get to the next tier, without engaging in fights, just kind of still killing, or kill of stealing, if you will, so that you can get through with the weapon and get to the next one, because you don't want to use it, but you have no choice because that's the way the game is played. So it's a mixture for me. It's a mixture of both loving and hating it. So it depends. It depends on, I guess, the day. Like I said. But I hope you guys are enjoying the mode while it lasts. Now next week we have Control returning, which I'm looking forward to that. I thought Control was actually coming this week, and then next week was going to be the gun run again, but it's swapped. Next week is going to be Control. I was wrong on that, but yeah, Control will be coming back as well. I'm looking forward to that on the Dark map too. Really wanting to get into that because Olympus After Dark is super fun. If you haven't done it, Shadow Royale, man, it's so cool. I love the dark maps. I really, really wish they would integrate this into the game. I really, really do. I mean, if they could just have a setting where it's like goes by your clock on your computer or whatever device or console or you're using, whatever. If it's nighttime for you, it's nighttime in the game, that would be amazing. Just to have that difference of color and just something to jar you where you're like, you're not going outside. So you're sitting there playing the game and you're like, okay, the sun may be setting, and then all of a sudden, here you are, and boom, it's nighttime in your game, and you're like, wait, what? Is it really that late? And then you open your door and you go outside and you're like, yeah, it's nighttime out because it's nighttime in Apex. I think that would just be so cool. I don't know why. I just feel like it would be amazing to add to the game and give it something different. Because, not that I'm complaining, because most of the time the maps themselves are great. They're beautiful. The changes they did to Kings Canyon, loved it. The colors are a lot better now, and I really appreciate them changing the colors. World's Edge, always been a favorite. It's always in the daytime usually, so I really like it. I'd love to see it at nighttime. I think that would be cool too. I don't know, I feel like I complain about that a lot. And I talk about it a lot too, but I just think it should be implemented in the game. I think it would be really interesting if they implemented it in and it actually, like, affected the game in some way, because I think it would be pretty cool. But hey, that's just my opinion. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, I hope you are enjoying this week, and hope you enjoy next week. And then I think we'll have one more week where they will bring back Shadow Royale, and it will be the final week before we head into Season 15. We are almost there. We are almost to the last season, and I cannot wait to get into it and see what it is all about. So I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I wanted to show you guys a couple of these matches that I did on the After Dark map, of course, because we're still in the spooky season, so we gotta do some spooky After Dark stuff. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and then next week we will be coming in with some control mode, because I would love to get back into that as well. Unfortunately for us, spoiler alert, I didn't manage to get any wins with this week with the gun run mode. I tried really hard, but I just wasn't that into it, and the only thing I really wanted to do was get that knife kill. You guys know I'm big on that. So since we weren't able to get to the knives in the last match here, at least we can get to the knives in one match. Although it doesn't really matter, because by the time that we got to it, the match was over. But hey, it still counts, right? We made it to the knife, and I still got to throw it, and that's my favorite part. And maybe one of these days, I'll just keep going, and I'll eventually get that knife kill again. I've only successfully done it one time. You guys have seen it. Just one time. And that's it. But I would love to get it again. So, maybe one of these days. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. And I will see you guys next week with some control mode After Dark.
Up.
That was lovely. Let's do it again sometime.